For all things Orange is the New Black, we're joined now by the cast members Jackie Cruz, Yael Stone, and from our LA studio, Lea DeLaria. So hello, ladies. Thank you all for being here.
Hi.
And congratulations. How does it feel?
You.
Season 3?
Hi, Lea.
Still feel just as good, even better, or what?
Oh, my God. I'm excited, but I'm mostly excited about having Lea on the screen.
Yeah.
I feel like I can do things to her, and she can't stop it.
Lea, you're so far, but that's right. If we wanted to, we could play with your face right here.
They had to keep
We
it
could,
away from
we
us.
could pinch your cheeks.
Pick my nose.
Done. Done and done. And done.
Give it to the Australian. They'll do anything.
So, oh my God, so much happened this season. I don't even know where to really begin. But I have
season of information.
It is a season of a lot of information. But that's what I like about season 3, and I think a lot of this started in season 2, is that we got backstories about all of your characters, and we started finding out a lot more than just what Piper has been up to. I'm losing my voice mid-sentence, excuse me. But so I want to play a clip of each of your characters, too, and we can talk a little bit about what they've been going through. So, Jackie, we get a little bit more backstory of your character when Flocka pursues a new job in the prison. Let's take a look at that.
We're gonna kill that interview like I did job fair. But you lost job fair. Yeah, but this time there won't be an audience, so they won't get all like PC and give it to that fat mayate so she don't get outside. Gloria's right though. It's good all of us together. Who knows who they'll stick in to replace you? What if she's mean or likes Coldplay or something? It's all gelling right now. So I'm supposed to put on that fail hairnet and scrub pots and pans every day because it's gelling? I'm so much better than that. You saying you're better than me? No, you're good too. All I'm saying is that I got aspirations. I always have, even in here. You know, when I wear that apron in the kitchen, I'm really wearing it ironically.
I love the lines. I love the humor. What was it like for you to get to explore some new sides of Flocka, perhaps?
Oh, wow. I learned so much. I thought she was in prison because of love. Who knew? Like, I thought she was more gangster. But I guess, you know, we got to see her vulnerable side. And, I got aspirations, too, so I feel her on that.
Well, that's the interesting thing, is I feel like everybody, or not everybody, but some people, put on a little bit of a different facade once they're in there, right? And maybe it's for reputational purposes, maybe it's a piece of survival.
Exactly.
Or what, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but,
you have to survive in there, so I'm pretty sure she went in there tougher than she really is, you know, to protect herself. But it was really cool that we got to see why she's in there, and it's really messed up. But I'm happy that everyone saw.
All right, now Morello is continuing to exercise her sociopathic imagination this season. And nobody at Litchfield is buying it, so let's check out a scene from that.
And what are we doing with you today?
Oh, I'll take number 7, please.
You excited for Mother's Day?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my kids are coming. Little Donovan and baby Frankie, that's short for Francesca, and the twins.
You got 4 kids?
Oh, sure. Catholic. You know how it goes.
You don't got no kids.
Yes, I do. I have 4 kids, and they're all coming to see me.
Bullshit. Show me your stomach.
What?
Mother 4, twins no less. Let me see your belly.
Maybe I did a lot of sit-ups, and maybe they're adopted.
She's getting caught. But you are the cutest little liar that there ever was.
That's lucky, because she is lying a lot.
She's definitely doing a lot of lying this season. So, I mean, last season we found out that Christopher really was just a guy that you had gone on a date with once and then started stalking. Yeah, and then now this time around you are engaging a number of men that have chosen to write you and come visit you. What was this like, finding out what your character's up to this year when you were reading the scripts?
I feel so strange talking about this out loud. For so long, we've been like under lock and key. Yeah. I feel like we should say, if you haven't seen it, stop watching.
You're right. I probably that's
It was a really fun thing to do. I mean, on a very kind of actorly level, it's lovely to have people come in and get to play with them and different faces. And for Lorna, it's a very kind of beautiful transition for her. I guess, you know, she's trying. She's trying really hard. I have a lot of affection for this character, and I know she's not always perfect, and she screws things up a lot. She makes a lot of mistakes, but I think she's groping in the dark, and we do that. and she's trying. She's trying things on, you know, very literally. She's changing the way she looks, and she's trying to make herself be whatever these people want her to be. And I think that's a story we kind of recognize. You know, I certainly have done that in the past, and try not to do it too much now. But I really enjoy her journey, and I think she's learning slowly. And yes, she's making mistakes, but she's kind of traveling through something really interesting. And sometimes she unravels, and sometimes I enjoy playing that.
Like I said, she's a very sympathetic sociopath, if there ever was one. And Leah, we've got a clip of your character as well. We find out a lot more about Boo's life story this season, and she also makes some new friendships. So let's take a look at that.
I happen to think this church of hers isn't deserving of the title, and we have a deal. But don't push me.
You're right, sister, my bad. As he lieth with women, they are both committing an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood will be upon them. Boom.
And?
Leviticus 24601.
23:13:20. Not Jean Valjean's prison number.
Good catch.
Thou shalt not make musical references.
Why not?
Because that's like the gayest thing on the planet, and even I know that.
That is an ugly stereotype about gay men. See, everybody knows my people are stage managers, not performers.
You got a lot of good one-liners. You get to ad-lib any of those?
In this episode, I think almost all of the really funny gags were written by Lauren Morelli. But I often am allowed to ad-lib. In fact, when I'm dragged out and scream, Jesus was a fag, he said, this is my body, eat me. That was my ad-lib.
Good one. we liked that one. And then same thing with Boo, you know, who's a tough lady. But we find out a little bit about what it's like to not have a family that was supporting her and was accepting of her when she was younger. Well, how do you think that influenced your character and her storyline and where she's coming from?
The thing that's really interesting about this particular episode, I find, is the common shared experience of butches. It was, when I read it, I thought Lauren had read my diary. It was just like watching my own life unfold before me, and that's kind of the way these things work, right? I'm sorry, I'm hearing myself in my ear, and it's really distracting.
I'm sorry,
So it's like everything. So it's hard to keep my thought process going. Okay, I got it. It's a little better now. So my difference was that my parents came round. They accepted me for who I am. And I think that's an important difference to note, because there's a lot of people out there that are going through what Big Boo went through. And I would like them to know that parents can change. They can grow just like you can.
I've got another question coming in from Ryan Buxton, who's one of my colleagues here at HuffPost Live, and he says, Leah, I love the story of Boo trying to help Pennsatucky get revenge on the new corrections officer. What did you think about this new spin on a rape storyline?
I thought it was fantastic. In fact, I'd love to do that to every rapist myself.
I think there's probably a lot of people out there that agree with you on that one. And here's one from Nelise. It says, Yael, you've been talking more about Lauren having a mental illness. I'm interested in what exactly you think she suffers from. I've wondered myself if it might be a personality disorder.
I think she has her moments of being very, very deep in delusion. That's obviously very clear. She's created a fantasy life for herself, and sometimes I wonder if that's just a way of surviving, and perhaps it's spiraled a little too deep. When you kind of look at there's different types of stalking that people do, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but I believe that Lorna's in a kind of erotomanic vein of stalking, in which she actually believes that this connection is real. So she's deep and veiled in delusion. So in a way, it makes me ache for her even harder, because sometimes she doesn't even realize that's how deeply sown that is. I think what's so fascinating about our show is that, a lot of these characters need support. You only have to look to Uzo Aduba's character, Suzanne Warren. Clearly, this is somebody who needs greater attention. Clearly, the prison system in this storyline is a stand-in for good mental health, and I think that is the case across the country in real prisons and real jails and outside of the United States as well. And I think that's a fascinating thing that Genji is and her writers are tapping into, that really this prison system is a poor stand-in for good mental health.
Absolutely, and I think that that's what makes the show. The show is popular because of the amazing performances and the great writing, but I think that it's really touched upon something, culturally within our society that we're finally starting to come around to as well and really have big conversations about, which is what the prison system really looks like. And this season we also get a look at private prisons and what happens when you're dealing with budgetary issues.
And that money to be made, what's that motivating? Is that motivating a larger prison population? If there's dollars and cents involved, maybe it is,
You also get to have a little fun with costumes. I feel like most of the time, you girls don't really get to dress up all that much on this show because you are locked in prison. But, Jackie, when bed bugs take over.
That was actually fun because it was a hot day.
Was it a hot day?
I bet it was a hot day.
Whatever the standard issue bra and panties that the inmates have to wear.
That was my favorite too. That was my favorite too.
What a surprise, Leah.
I actually love that bra. Actually, Yael and I
it looks weirdly comfortable. Can I say that? Yeah, it's like
so
maybe not the most flattering, but looks weirdly comfortable.
It's actually flattering. You put it under your shirt and your boobs are nice and perky. Like, I feel good wearing it.
It's true.
It's just the panties. I don't need that droopiness, and the bum.
And yet, still, you look good.
Yeah, you looked great, but it's true. It was they definitely were the they definitely were some granny panties if I've ever seen any. Do you get caught up in the storylines too? It's one thing I think to obviously feel an association with your own character and think about the journey that they're on, but this season, when you look at Alex Voss and her character being so afraid for her life, or you think about Bennett just cutting and running, even though, he's got a baby on the way, and then you go back and you watch the episodes. Do you get emotionally attached?
Oh, yeah. We actually had a potluck last weekend, and we all watched it together. Right? Leah was there. And it was
Did you binge watch? Was this like a 13-hour potluck?
5-hour watch. We cried. We oh my God, that was so beautiful. We were laughing. It was just amazing. We were watching Alex and Piper kiss and them cringing behind. Oh my God. They were so embarrassed. It was really, really, really awesome. And I do get involved, and it's you don't even feel like you're a part of it. Because, I'm not with, a lot of us. I never have a scene with Yael or, Leah, so I never get to see them. So
the segregation is real, is what you're saying, even on set.
Well, on set, but we hang out.
I was joking. Definitely kidding. What's it like, though? Do you feel like one big family now? Are you all best friends?
Oh, my God, we're totally best friends.
Well,
we are totally best friends.
I don't want to... She's wearing my hat.
I'm wearing your hat.
I'm really into hats. I'm letting her wear my hat.
If this be a symbol of anything, it's a symbol of our friendship.
Yes.
Leah, that is very, very kind of you.
I swear I've been looking at that hat from the beginning going, I've seen that hat before. Where do I know that hat? It's Jackie's hat.
You recognized it.
Absolutely.
I want to bring in, by the way, we have a diehard fan who's joining us via webcam to chat with you. And so I want to welcome Leah.
Hi, Leah.
Hi.
You have my name.
Yeah.
I think that maybe our connection is a little bit off. Can you hear us, Leah?
Is it free?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you. All right, so we won't talk while you're talking so there aren't any wires crossing. So go ahead, ask your question.
So I was wondering, in season one, when you first filmed, were you guys afraid of red? Did you guys get scared?
Afraid of red?
Of red?
Yeah.
I was very afraid of V. I was very afraid of V in season 2. Were you afraid of?
She was saying season 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't.
That's okay.
Forget me.
No, I was afraid of Red, yes, because she's an incredible actress as Flocka and as myself, just being on set with her. But yeah, she's amazing.
Kate Mulgrew is a pretty impressive woman.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're watching closely, you can learn a hell of a lot from being on set with Kate. She's an extraordinary performer, and she has a wealth of experience, and she has done so many things in her career. And I mean, she is the embodiment of feminine power.
She definitely gives a hell of a performance. And I got to say, as a Russian woman, I enjoy some of the funny little Russian lines here and there. When she's like, in Russian, we call that bullshit. And I just can't help but laugh at things like that. But, you know, one of the things that we didn't see this season, as opposed to season 2, right, and you're talking about V, is this one all-consuming villain.
Exactly.
And some people have criticized that. Leah, you know, has that bothered you? Do you think that anything was missing from season 3?
Absolutely not. What I love about our writers is they're the best writers in Hollywood, bar none. And I've learned to trust Genji, to trust the directors, to trust the Lisa Vinicor and Neri Tannenbaum, the people who make this show happen, the unsung heroes that are behind the camera. If we just follow their lead, I mean, obviously, there's nothing wrong with this show. And that's because I think things like this rot from the head down. And we have one of the most creative, interesting, innovative, and politically astute showrunners that has ever come out of this industry, I think.
And if I might add to that as well, you know, it's one thing to set up that wonderful villain dynamic, and it was really delicious and fun for us all to play with that. But this season's something new. It's something different. We're going deeper into the stories of these women and examining faith, and be that a religious faith or be that kind of really uncovering what it is we hang on to keep us sane, to keep our head above water in a context like prison that's so extreme. And if that's not fascinating, if that's not uncovering this kind of intricacies of human nature, then I don't know what is.
The storylines, I'm with you. They go deep, and they make you ask a lot of questions.
You fall in love with them more, and you want to watch more.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But also, one of the things that, you know, as a viewer and as a fan, it's unfair because with some of the characters this season, we just got like a little taste. Yeah. You know, with Matt McGorry, who plays Officer Bennett, who leaves really early on, or the same thing with Natasha Lyonne's character, who gets sent to maximum security prison. I know that you guys are already filming season 4, but can you just give us like any kind of little hints?
You know what's so great?
Will I be feeling okay? Will I still be really missing people?
Are you kidding me? We've only had season 3 on the air for a week, and you're already asking for spoilers from season 4?
Yes, I know. We could finally tell you all of our secrets for 3.
Well, what's that like? Fine, you caught me. But this is what happens in our culture of the need for constant consumption, right? Is that once you've devoured one season, then you're ready for the next one. You're ready to keep moving. But what's it like for you, ladies, to have to keep this all in and have to be so secretive about it for so long?
It's so hard to hold a secret for 1 whole year. We have like 90 characters, so we talk with each other, but we can't talk to the world about it. And now I'm so excited that we can. But season 4, we can't really. It's filming.
You know, in terms of like having a taste of characters and having them disappear, and you know, I think Genji has a wonderful way of weaving a beautiful tapestry, and I think you only need to look to Miss Rosa as an amazing example of that. He was this kind of secondary character. Oh, we thought she's kind of background. He's an older lady. She's very ill. That's all we learn about her in season 1. And then she turns out to be the heroine of season 2, and that's what Genji does so well. She subverts all your expectations. Oh, you thought that the cancer patient was just going to roll over and die? No, she turned out to be the heroine, and I love that about the show. That it's just everything you don't expect.
And as much as we get attached to your characters, there also are new characters that are introduced. You know, we've had Lori Petty on the show this year. We also had, why am I blanking right now? Ruby Rose. I'm blanking on the name. Leo, it seems like you all are a very tight-knit family. What's it like when someone new enters the mix?
Well, in the case of Ruby and Lori, a very welcome company to the cast. You know, I was frankly tired of being the only one with real tattoos, so it's nice to have a couple other tattooed babes on the set with me. And Ruby, you know, she thinks she's pretty, but admit it, Ruby, I'm way prettier than you. I'm handsome.
She's going to love that.
Everyone has been
And Lori,
raving about how hot she is.
She's so hot.
yeah, I'm hotter.
So are you, Leah. You're hotter. Are you kidding me? It's all about Lea DeLaria.
It's all about Jackie Cruz.
No.
I don't want to be caught in the middle of this. This is disgusting.
I'm not going to make you guys choose. We have to wrap it up here in just a moment, but in terms of things happening outside the show, Leah, you're getting married soon, so congratulations on your upcoming wedding. How's the planning going?
It's crazy. My fiance, Chelsea Fairless, is a fashion editor, so she's very, 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 very persnickety about design and fashion. And I'm the kind of Italian man that you marry, not the kind that you fuck. So I know that I should just stand back and let the girl do what she needs to do, and just keep pulling out my wallet.
Oh my goodness.
I want to go shopping.
Yeah, I was going to say, sounds like everybody needs to find one of those.
Yeah.
All right, we have to leave it there. But Leah, Yael, and Jackie, thank you all so much for joining us today. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
And so if you haven't already binge watched season 3, which we just ruined a bunch of things for you if you haven't done that, Orange is the New Black is available now on Netflix.